Hello friends, today's video is all about setting up a Raspberry Pi to work with VasButton on Vastauine.com. So before I begin, I assume that you have just purchased your Raspberry Pi and are pretty much excited to lay hands on and use VasButton. So to start with, we need to download all this software. This is Raspbian Jessey. This is the operating system which we are going to use. You can use any operating system which is available, but this one is pretty good. SD card formatter. We will use SD card formatter to format our SD card and make sure that there's nothing left out there. This is Win32 disk imager. We will use this to write Raspbian Jessey on our SD card. And next one is Putty. Putty we will use to do an SSH with our Raspberry Pi, as we are not going to use a display. So you can do everything from your computer. Setting up is going to be very easy. And this is the VasButton, which we will talk about later. Now, to get this software, you can go to blog.vastauine.com and then vastauine/setup. Okay, and you can scroll a little bit down and you can see this Raspbian SD card formatter, Win32 disk imager, and Putty. You can click on this and it will begin downloading. Okay, you have to download all of this. I'm not going to download this because I already have this. Okay, now after you have completed your download, insert your SD card. This is my 7GB SD card, but it's only showing 55.9 MB right now. Now we will first format it using SD card formatter. Okay, so have permission, yes. Now I have my SD card on drive F. Okay, and format. Okay, and it's complete. Okay, now it shows total space is 7.42 gigabytes. Okay, and that's it. And now you can see it's ready. Okay, now next what we have to do is to write this Raspbian Pi operating system on our SD card. So open up Win32 disk imager, and this is F. We are going to write on F. You have to choose this ISO file, Raspbian file. Okay, I'm going to open desktop. This is Raspbian Pi Jessey. Open. Okay, and write. Yes, and it's going to take a while. I'm going to skip this video and come after it's complete. Now we have completed installing Raspbian operating system on SD card. Now what we need to do is take up your SD card from a computer and put it in the Raspberry Pi. This is your Raspberry Pi. On the inverse side there is a SD card port. Put this Raspbian OS SD card port in this SD card port on your Raspberry Pi. Connect Ethernet cable to the Ethernet port on Raspberry Pi and connect the other end to your laptop or your computer. Make sure you have connected your Raspberry Pi to a power supply here, and you may or may not connect this HDMI cable because we are not going to use display for this setup. Okay, so after you have connected and Pi had boot up, open up this Putty. In Putty, now host IP address, put your Raspberry Pi's IP address and port number 22, and make sure they are ticked on SSH. My Pi's IP address is this 169.254.1830, and then click on open. Now it asks for a login and password. Now, the default login is Pi and password is Raspberry. Okay, so we have successfully logged in. Now this we have completed installing, but now we need a VasButton or any program that we can use to connect to our website. Okay, so we will use VasButton. You can get this program from my GitHub. I will put this address in the video description. Now you can do this clone download zip, and you need this file. Okay, VasButton test.py. Once you have done this, you are ready. This is the file. What I will do is left click and open in IDE. So this is ready. Now we will just copy this file on Raspberry Pi. So first of all, let me change my directory to cd/home and pi. You can put this in any directory, but I would like to put it here. Okay, now let me do ls. Okay, so you can see that there is no Python file here. We will create one and name it sudo VasButton.py. okay, so this is a nano editor, and what I will do is come here, copy everything. One thing I like about this nano editor is you can just left click and it will paste. Okay, this is the file. Okay, so what you need to do with it is change this user ID to your username and password to your Vastauine password. Okay, once you've done that, and you also need to remove this comment. Okay, this is right here, this one. Let's remove this. Okay, once you've done this, you're ready. Do Control X and Y, press enter. Okay, now we are ready. Okay, so as we have installed our operating system right now, first we need to connect to a Wi-Fi. So now to connect your Pi to a Wi-Fi, what you need to do is sudo nano/etc wpa supplement and wpa-supplement.config. okay, type this in and press enter. Now in this file, come down and you have to enter your Wi-Fi ID and password. Okay, so write network equals to bracket and first write key management equals to wpa-p. okay, and SSID equals to, put this your Wi-Fi name. Mine is refugee here, right here, refugee, and okay, and PSK is your password. okay, PSK. Okay, we are done. Okay, so this is my Wi-Fi name and this is my password. We are done. Now do Control X, Y. Okay, so we are done. Now you can run a Python program which we have just copied. So sudo python VasButton.py. okay, so program just begin, and now it's constantly checking your GPIO pins. okay, now you can come on VasButton here and you can click on any of the button to turn it on or off. Hey, you can also see it here, it says it has updated. Okay, so this is pretty much amazing.